It's just so big that,
It is big.
you know.
I did not realize it was going to be that big.
It's humongous.
I did not realize.
I had no idea it was this big. Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the SCHUYLER ESV wide margin Quentel in marble mahogany calfskin. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had tons of requests to do a review of a wide margin Quentel, and I've had tons of requests to take a look at this marble mahogany calfskin. So I get to do it by the generosity of my good friend Tyler LaFoy. This is his Bible, he loaned it to me. He just got it in, so before he puts any marks in this beautiful wide margin, he's gonna let me show it to you guys. This is the first, and as far as I understand, this is the only edition from SCHUYLER that has a clamshell box, and it's a really nice clamshell box. Normally they have the open and close, top piece, bottom piece, separate boxes, but this is a clamshell, which I really appreciate. On the bottom of the box, you can see wide margin Quentel, ESV, marble mahogany calfskin. You have the Jerusalem cross on the front of the box and SCHUYLER Bibles on the top. Right off the bat, this marbled mahogany calfskin just has such a great color features. It has the lighter and darker colors. It has some differing grain. It has a little bit of graininess, a little smoothness on the cover. You can see the Jerusalem cross imprinted really crisply on the front cover. The spine has a lot larger imprinting. Here is a normal SCHUYLER edition. This is actually the 38 GSM first edition. It's the largest of all the SCHUYLER Quentels, and it even has larger printing on the spine than the original SCHUYLER Quentel 38 GSM Beast. So you can see Holy Bible's very big, English Standard Version's very big, and the SCHUYLER logo is very big. It also has these raised ribs on the spine, which looks really nice. You can also see this nice tiny stitched perimeter around the edge of the cover. For it to be such a big Bible, almost 2 inches thick, you have a very generous yap of almost 3/4 of an inch. The gilding is very glossy, really nice gilding. And you have a red under gold art gilt. Very clean and consistent. When we open the edition, you can see calfskin leather cover on this grainier calfskin liner. It has a little bit larger than typical fold over, but that's due to it having a much larger yap than normal. You can also see the edgeline tab on the block here. And then we open to the star of the show, this wide margin text block. All right, so this text is a 9.5 point font, which we normally see in the Quentel. They have an 11 point font, and the PSQ has an 8.5, so it's a good kind of midway between the PSQ and the normal Quentel as far as text size. But you have these enormous margins. You have an inch margin on the inner margin, as well as an 1 inch margin on the outer margin, and an additional 1.5 inch margin on the bottom, with about a 3/4 to 1 inch margin over the top. As we compare these text blocks between the wide margin, the PSQ, and the standard Quentel, you can see they all have the same pagination. So this is page 612, Esther 8 and 9. 612, Esther 8 and 9, and the standard Quentel is the same. But you can see the difference in the text size. The standard Quentel has a text size of an 11. You have the 9.5 in the wide margin, and an 8.5 in the PSQ. All right, so this being a wide margin, you see something that SCHUYLER normally doesn't do. They normally don't deviate from their 28 GSM end-opaque paper. In this edition, they went with a 40 GSM paper. That is thicker than even this 38 GSM OG original Quentel. There is little to no show through on the text. I haven't written in it, and I hope to hear back from my buddy Tyler on how it handles writing. I'm sure it does phenomenal. So this might be my favorite Quentel so far. Not because of the wide margin, even though that is a great feature, but I love that 40 GSM paper. The feel as you turn the pages, it just has more body, more substance to it. And the size of this thing is substantial. It's giant. I don't know how else to put it. It is a beast. As we flip through the New Testament, you can see it is a black letter text, which saddens me to my core, but I get it. It's still beautiful, and it is just your beautiful Quentel layout. I mean, I love this Quentel layout. I have a lot of them in a few different translations, so I'm a big fan of the Quentel. And now I feel like I have to get a wide margin because of this paper. And I probably would never write in it because I'm weird about writing in Bibles, but this paper is fantastic and I love it.
Hey, Skylar, put the creeds in it.
Yeah. My buddy says, hey, Skylar, put the creeds and confessions in this wide margin. And I agree. That would be an awesome addition to this Bible. So as we get to the end of Revelation, we come to our beloved table of weights and measures that we all use on a daily basis, of course. We have our abbreviations that we all use every day. You got to go to your abbreviations index. But one tool that we do actually use if you do a lot of Bible study is this Concordance. And I love this Concordance in this wide margin. You have a 3-column layout with the word you're looking for is going to be in all bold, all red. Then you're going to have the citation line by line underneath it in a verse by verse fashion. You also have 32 pages of lined paper. Why is this such a mystery that this is such a benefit to have in Bibles? Thank you, Skylar, for putting the lined paper in these editions. It's a college rule lined paper. It's not this humongous, line spacing. You actually have the ability to put a substantial amount of notes or create your own index in this section. So it's great. It's front and back lined, so you can really put a lot of stuff in this area. Then you come to one of my favorite sections. I love maps. I have a lot of emphasis on using maps and how much I hate maps on glossy cardstock. Well, Schuyler does it right. They put their maps on this amazing, I don't know if it's the 40 GSM paper or if it's a matte cardstock they use, but it has some body to it. And their maps are so detailed, so much information, so much color, and it's really pleasing to use. And for me, geography helps me put my mind into the historical context of a story, especially if we're reading through Acts and you're trying to travel with whoever you're reading about. It's such a great benefit to have. And when you're using maps on good paper, it makes that experience that much more enjoyable. After the map section, we come to the index of the maps. And if you use your maps regularly, this is a huge help. So you can find places and it gives you the map to look for and where to find them. So that's a big help. And then we come to about 5 pages of blank cardstock. So you have so many possibilities for note-taking in this Bible between the wide margin, the lined paper, the blank cardstock at the end. Having space is such a great feature. That's the feature of this Bible is space. Now it comes at a price. The price is, it's big, it's heavy, but you buy this knowing that's the case. You're not gonna buy this thinking it's gonna be a PSQ. So with that said, that's all I have for the review. It's an amazing edition. I thank my buddy Tyler for letting me show it to you guys. I think it's probably my favorite Quentel, honestly. The 40 GSM paper does it for me. I love that. I love the 9.5 point font. It's more what I'm used to reading when I read the Omega from Crossway. It's a 10 point font. So the 9.5 point font is fine for me. I don't have to have an 11. Having that dense paper, having the wide margins so I can do with it whatever I want to do with it. I love a big Bible, so this is perfect for me. So if you guys are looking to get me a gift, I'll take one. So it's time to give away a Bible as I do in all my videos. So if you're here, this is you right here, you want a Bible, please email me and I will get a Bible headed your way. Thank you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. And as always, take care. God bless.